Okay, we're here at the trailhead. I think it's called the Whitewater, I think. And we're going to be heading up toward Jefferson Park. And today is, let's see, June 5th. And this is something we've been wanting to do for a long, long time. So we decided just to do that. And Kevin from Iowa wasn't able to make it with us today, but Mike is here. And we're going to be walking through a lot of that stuff. Whitewater Creek Trailhead. So we are here and are going up here. And the permits start up here pretty quick. And we're heading in this way. And they have a sign here. Burned area. View from the trailhead. There's all kinds of burnt trees up here. It kind of burnt kind of hot right in through here. After, 17 years, actually no, I'm wrong, 21 years of wildland fire. You can kind of tell how intense the fire was. One of the things to remember when you're hiking around, particularly in the Cascades up near the old volcanoes, is that you can run into creeks that are full of dihydrogen monoxide, and you can't filter that out. You just got to remember that that's there. Dihydrogen monoxide. Patch of bear grass.
There's Mount Jefferson.
Well, this burned a little hot. You can kind of tell when it burned the limbs off of the trees. It burned up into the trees, and it pretty much sterilized the soil. It can do that when it gets a little hot. This is where, some of my background's a little differently in that I really think that in all the areas that they could, all the marketable wood should have been pulled, and then the forest could have been recreated as it should be and not as it was created by all the years of the reforestation and the fire suppression. We've come across a sign. Triangulation Trail and Whitewater Trail converge here. Looking down into this canyon here and looking up toward the mountain. And we're going to continue on up the Whitewater Trail. Nice view of how we came up. Well, this view is pretty darn good. We come around the ridge. There it is. And it's gorgeous. Well, we got up here, and the trail now becomes snow-packed. So we'll scout it out a little bit and see what we're going to do. We are back on the trail. There was some cornice back there. We had to go around following other people. So now we're heading around to tie in with the PCT, which is right across from us. And I can see it, but I don't think you can see it. Pretty waterfall right there. That makes for a nice view. This is pretty right in here. Probably should talk about the trail. This side of the where we got the snow in the way and we had to go up over the peak. Right here, it got like this. It's a good trail. It's just could use a little TLC. Well, we did get out in the middle of that. We got all the way up onto the PCT, and we went up to what we call Turnaround Rock. We're probably about a mile from where we were wanting to go. They just got route finding got kind of hard up in there, so we decided, well, we'll just call it and turn around. Better to be safe than not. Okay, we're on our way back, and we went up this, but as far as you can see up that draw is where we were when we turned around. We pretty much went mostly there. I mean, we were there, but we were in the trees still when we turned around. At last, the trail, to paraphrase Mike. This section of trail is pretty darn good. Yeah, there's clearly been fresh work on it. And overall, the trail's not bad. It's a little rocky in spots and that kind of thing, but if you're going to go hiking in the Cascades, this is what you're going to find. And overall, the report said it was really, really steep and all that, and that's not that bad. Of course, it's all relative to what the person's experience is, but I don't, it switches back. It goes pretty good. The only kind of gnarly spot was where the trail goes down and there's a snow pack, I think a cornice is what Mike called it, and you have to go up over a peak and go down the side of that to get around it. But once you're around it, it's smooth sailing until you get to the snow-covered trail and the trees there right up on the mountain where PCT comes through. Overall, though, really enjoyable hike. Oh, we're down at the parking area again, the trailhead, and looking at the mountain, and that was a really nice hike. The views are something unbelievable.